The update that dropped on our desk is the present or current action of Mohbad's father and his legal team. You all know that the Nigerian police, the section that has been given the burden of investigating and finding out what happened to Mohbad, they did a terrible job. That is, if we're even saying they did something, well, somehow they did something. What they did was to cover up the demise of Mohbad, because Wumi definitely will be going down. You might ask, why Wumi? To what end? You all know already. We do not need to beat it. We don't need to flog it. Wumi's mom used to be a member of the Nigerian Police Force, Lagos, and she went to police college. Definitely, she must have rubbed bomb, shoulders, pekus, whatever, with certain people. And there is this thing about police. They have a sort of like a kind of cartel or clique, like a kind of cult, where they try to protect each other's interests, unless they are, unless there is something that they need to just fix at that time. Like, I need to fix this guy, I need to deal with this person, I need to do that, I need to deal with this lady. When Mohbad passed away, from what we have gotten to know, report of the particular day, time, and all of that is conflicting, meaning there is a possibility that Mohbad could have passed away maybe 24 hours or even more before Mohbad's father got to know about it. Now, having said that, what is the update? Let us quickly go through what is happening. As at 29th of August 2024, Mohbad's father and his legal team, they have taken action on Ileriolu Aloba aka Mohbad and the mystery surrounding his demise. They have petitioned the Inspector General of Police, Kayode Egbetokun, and the Police Service Commission over the handling of the investigation of the demise of Mohbad by the Lagos State Police Command. Like I've said, it is not all the police, although they can operate in a similar way, that this particular section, they did what they did. The head of the legal team, Taiwo Dumosu, he put all of these that I'm going to update you guys on. He put it out there. It is available for the police or whoever to get to understand where we are standing right now. He said that the way this case has been managed raised serious questions about, one, the officers' professionalism, diligence, and integrity. Now, I want to keep professionalism and diligence on one side. I want to focus on integrity. The truth is that they lack integrity. It is not about professionalism, even if some of them are not professional. But diligence, the Nigerian police can be diligent if they want to. In fact, they can be overzealous, meaning they can be too crude. I'll give you an example. Let's say robbery or an incident happened in a particular street. The Nigerian police will come to that particular spot after many hours. What they will do is to start arresting whoever, anybody. They will not go door to door or send in spies to investigate or ask questions like how it is done in sane crimes. They will simply arrest. To them, whenever a crime occurs, it's an opportunity for the Nigerian police to fulfill three things. Let us start with one. One, which is the major of it, to take money, extort money in form of bail, bribe, and all of that. Two, is an opportunity for them to fulfill their wicked, evil, secret enterprise. It could be to shoot someone and then knock the person off, use that person for whatever, like what used to go on in the Southeast. They could just body parts, human organ. We heard that these things happened in the southeast. That's where we've heard that it happens, southeast of Nigeria. Then the third part of it, whenever they grab people like this, they rope them. Apart from putting them on camera, putting guns in front of them for crime that you don't even know nothing about, they rope them. They use them in exchange. They use them in exchange or for setup. Like the case of the Mountain of Fire and Miracle Ministries that we heard. Some persons there, they said a lot of things that really shed light into the operations of these wicked, terrible police officers. Now, having put that to rest, the family specifically demanded the replacement and probe of all police officers involved in the case. They also described the lapses in the investigation. According to Mohbad's father's lawyer, he alleged that the officers in charge mishandled the crime scene. We cannot talk less of that. We need to talk about that part. We all know what they did. It took them days, a lot of days. It took them a lot of days before they went down to the crime scene. Not to talk about, we were expecting that they were going to secure that particular part, the crime scene. They allowed time to pass for whoever needs to do whatever they need to do. They allowed it. According to him, he said, upon the initial report of the Mohbad's demise to the police, the crime scene was not condoned off, a fundamental step in preserving critical evidence. This oversight is a severe lapse in protocol and undermines the investigation's credibility. It is not an oversight. You cannot say they forgot. You can't say they didn't think of it. They know, but they allowed it to be. The police allowed potential evidence to be contaminated or destroyed, significantly hampering any effort to uncover the truth behind this tragic incident. There are evidences, or there is evidence that Ileriolu Oladimeji installed CCTV. We've heard reports of this in his apartment, and it was functional. However, upon the incident, a terrible, sad one of his demise, the DVR, all of a sudden, a DVR that was newly installed, all of a sudden, we heard that the DVR is not working or is non-existent. Can you imagine? That's what we heard, that the DVR, is not functioning. A Mohbad has CCTV. If it were possible for them to remove, they didn't have enough time, and then they don't know who has taken record. If it were possible, they would have physically removed the CCTV camera of Mohbad's house. I'm telling you this for free. They would have removed it and say, no, there was no CCTV camera in Mohbad's house. Now, we should ask ourselves, why wouldn't Mohbad have CCTV in his house if he's afraid for his life? He definitely had it. What is the purpose of having a CCTV installed in your house without a database, a DVR? What is the use of having it if there is nowhere the data will be stored? Does it make sense to anybody, any sensible person who is going to order for a CCTV camera and use it as a decoy? It looks stupid. Is it going to be a decoy like, hey, I want people to be afraid that I have camera in my house, but the camera is not functioning? No, it's not possible. So the police came in there, according to Lawyer Odumosu. They saw that this DVR has been removed. It has been yanked off. They never went there and took fingerprint. Who knows? Maybe the police are behind it. That police officer that is probably in a relationship with Mohbad's so-called mother-in-law, the one that stole his Gucci jacket and shoe. Yes, who knows? Maybe that was what the lawyer came to do. or the Islamic cleric or spiritualist that Mohbad's father said he cited there. Maybe that's what they came to do. Like, hey, you have CCTV. The first and last that you must do is to make sure that you clean evidence. So it was removed, and the police kept mute about it. The statement also cited an alleged inadequate response to the family's report when the deceased father, Joseph Aloba, took his son's body to the police station to obtain a police report, which he needed to present at the morgue. Odumoso also said instead of receiving prompt assistance and support by initiating an immediate investigation and potential arrest, Mohbad's father was allegedly denied the police report after waiting about 3 hours. The family also alleged that the police overlooked the evidence and testimonies revealed at the coroner court's proceedings about a reported altercation in the late singer's home before his demise. You also heard Wunmi said that Sister Karimo also pointing to that fight and said it happened. And we were told to look at a particular part of Mohbad's house where a particular frame, banister, was broken, destroyed, and later repaired. They also said that the Nigerian police refused to proceed on forensic examination and possible cover-up and lack of transparency by the police and many other things shows that they are not ready to work. Odumoso alleged that the whereabouts of the deceased phones, of course, we all heard about the iPhone that Wunmi went to steal from Mohbad's mother's house. That is part of the fight between Mohbad's mother, a betrayer, and Wunmi, the prime suspect. They said this could contain clues regarding the circumstances leading to the demise of Mohbad. And all of these are yet to be explored by the Nigerian police. Again, the scene of the crime, which should have been sealed off by the police, I repeat, to preserve evidence, was inexplicably left open. They allowed Wunmi's mother, to do what they need to do. They did not secure the scene. Are we going to say this is unprofessional? No. It is intended to be so. They wanted the evidence to be tampered with. And there is something also that we've all noticed, and the lawyer also noticed this. It's called the selective presentation of evidence. Look at how they handled the autopsy and toxicology. Look at how they did not act on crucial testimonies. What the police said is, there was a fight with Prime Boy and Mohbad, and Mohbad bled profusely. It's not true that there was no fight. Mohbad bled profusely. And Wunmi said at the coroner inquest that there was nothing like that, that it was just a small scratch, that she didn't see anything, but there was nothing like bled profusely. So who is saying the truth? How come the police do not have evidence to prove that Mohbad had bled profusely from the show? How come nobody recorded it? So definitely, it is imperative to question who the officers might be protecting, on whose instruction, and why such a high-profile case is being handled with such apparent disregard for standard investigative procedures. And what about the lawyer that was said to be present at Mohbad's house at that time? What was it there? Was he invited? What did he come to do at such a time? Questions. The presence of a medical doctor would have not raised questions, would not have raised any query. But that of a lawyer at that time. Well, while making their demand known, the family of the Alobas, and I believe everyone in their right senses, they are saying that those police officers should be replaced. They should be replaced, that this investigation must proceed appropriately. And also, they want the police officers at that particular Lekki where Mohbad's father went for the documents to put Mohbad under the soil. They also need to be investigated. And bank accounts must be scrutinized, among other issues that they will be raising. They said they need this to happen. Now, reacting to this, public relation officer Benjamin Hundeyin said, since it is a petition before the IG, as you claim, we wait his position on that before we know what to do. You are all criminals. That's the simple thing. That's the simple answer to it all. They are all criminals. It's only when they are hooked, and that's what we are going to do. We are going to hold them on their jugular. Once we do that, they will definitely break.